I have never played Death's Gambit before. I did a demo for it at PAX, but that is the extent of my interaction with it. It was about 10 minutes. I don't know what kind of happens in the game, what the goal of the game is. I'm excited to play it. My wife Andrea was with me, and she is mid-discussion.
Yep.
So you're not going to know what the hell she's talking about if you're watching this on YouTube.
Slash, is the volume okay for everyone? Because it's really loud for me, but it could just be...
We have different volumes.
Yeah, I know we have different volume, but like the other one was fine. So, you know, if they're relative to each other, then maybe now
they're not. You can look at this. If this thing's peaking in the yellow, then it's bad.
Oh, all right. Anyway, Jaden is playing alto sax ball.
Tenor sax.
Tenor sax ball. At the sports ball game.
Okay, this
part
is very
of the,
Dark Souls-y.
team marching band. Yeah, no, right. He's playing in the marching band. Like all the cool kids. Seriously, marching band people are the best. Most of the time. I remember at Rice, the marching band was really silly. And one of the guys who was in my orientation group played the kazoo, and he got me a kazoo because I asked for one, which was
Dodging
awesome.
attacks gives you energy for abilities. That sounds great.
Anyway, so we bought the couch because our shit was late, or we moved into the apartment early, and anyway, we slept on that couch the first night. That's the end of the story.
Endurance regeneration, okay, but that's...
Oh, I played the clarinet in middle school.
The fact that these are called gifts is very explicitly Dark Souls, isn't it? Like that. Even the menu is very Dark Souls looking.
Now, I feel like American Pie made marching band people cool. Did you see American Pie?
Yeah, but let's skip that.
Oh.
Let's move on.
We're not Marstead After Dark in this?
Not that, at least.
Playing dead, were you? Shame it's always the cowards that survive.
I really like this art.
Considering the fate of your men, I thought I'd do them a service.
This is the Dark Souls of This Is Very Dark Souls games.
See, I want to know what you think I'm going to say, because I don't think it's really that bad.
Of their families now.
Oh shit.
So soon.
Dude, the art in this game is outstanding.
Better get used to it.
It's a comically large axe.
I like its wings.
To me. Rest assured, your
oh yeah, but it's got
will be your own.
resurrections like Dark Souls too.
You mortals insist in glorifying a
Oh, it's Matt Mercer.
hoax is beyond me.
How do you know McCree? Is McCree a character in the game?
McCree's voice actor is Matt Mercer, and Matt Mercer is particularly prolific. He voices this character, Death.
Gotcha.
Give it time.
Death has wings?
For now, just sign here. In blood, of course.
No, of course. I do like that the different classes change the way you gain energy, although... I don't know, I kind of like that in Dark Souls class doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If you wanted to be in band, you had to join in 5th grade or already be in band from another school. Oh, this is a cool opening with the piano.
Oh, I mean, I guess when I played clarinet, I rented it. Because my parents didn't want to, like, buy me something that I probably wasn't going to do 2 years from then.
They let Jaden join this band. They just had him try out to determine whether he would end up in,
Getting more beer.
concert or symphonic band. Yeah, can't return. Oh man, the character design... I really, really like it. I wonder if I can get up there. Must get an ability later that'll let me access that. I don't think I can jump on this cool animal. Don't stress out about it too much, just play the game. Press X button to attack your primary weapon. There's a menu to open your inventory. Full plume. Hold LB next to ladders to climb. Huh, not just up. You must use up for other things.
Is Matt Mercer in, I Know That Voice?
Probably. Use the horse to leap over big gaps. Short bow. Right. Oh, but it uses ammo. Okay, so we don't want to waste it.
So what are you doing for death?
Trigger to use secondary weapon. I don't know yet.
Didn't you sign a contract?
I did. Apparently the character knows more about it than I do. Cool, and that added a permanent little thing to follow up from. Can rest at death statues and level up. Alright, yeah. Man, they're really on the nose with it. I kind of like it in that respect.
It's like a love song to Dark Souls.
Yeah. The UI is identical. Oops, right. I have to. That's weird. I guess I'll try to pretend like it means grab. Left bumper, right? There we go.
First try.
Yep. Hold left trigger to block, press B while moving to dodge roll.
Oh man, even has stamina?
Yeah, right.
And health bar?
You see a little bar in the corner there. And dodge rolling and blocking. Two shards, nice.
Do you have a death wish?
I have a death
Believing
contract.
death Give you a god complex, I see. If you intend to squander your life, go right on ahead. I'm sure your men are eager to see you, but should you think twice, take one of these. They're restorative plumes.
Thank you.
Use it to ensure your return to Vados. Consider it the last kindness I offer you.
Thanks, dude.
Compared to what lies ahead, I assure you it is.
Oh, those are my Estus flasks. Okay, got it. Yeah, I wonder if they did that on purpose? I think it would work better if the main character just didn't have dialogue at all.
Oh, he has dialogue?
Yeah.
I assumed it was a silent protagonist. Because he hasn't said anything.
Bumper to use equipped item.
Or at least nothing I've heard. Because I wasn't paying attention.
Text is written. Augment feather. That seems bad. Let's not do that. Sacrifice to reclaim lost plumes. Oh, cute. I think I already did the bad thing that I didn't want to do. Vit, health points, strength, damage of strength weapons and abilities. Finesse weapons and abilities, endurance. Yep, sorry. I know, it's boring, but I've seen the Matrix when it comes to these games. And like, if you have a resource that this is the amount of stuff that you can do, you want to be able to do more stuff to be able to play the game, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like Zelda? Do you get stuff in the grass?
Yeah, it looked like it. That's
Nice.
for sure. You can unaugment feathers. So basically that's trading healing for extra damage, right? So I understand what that meant. I see. That's kind of cool. I like that. You kind of get that with the Ashen Estus Flask in Dark Souls 3, but I feel like that's a cool enough idea that they should almost add it into Dark Souls proper. Kind of that risk-reward. I'll take less healing for more damage. Also, speedrunners probably love it, too. Blocking, press secondary weapon button.
So why do you think there are 6 spears in a 6-pack? Like, why didn't they make a 4-pack? Is it like 6 spears is the enough to get, like, completely trashed for one person? But then if you don't want to get completely trashed and you only drink 4, now you have to buy more. Okay, I get it now. I think.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's, like, borderline correct for Dark Souls. It's kind of like, what is it, in trick-taking games where you bid how many points you think you can take?
Uh-huh.
Attacking while in the air or after a dodge will execute different attacks. Okay. Oh, that was bad. think I get that blood effect when I dodge in an actual attack instead of just dodging unnecessarily. This is a lot more polished than the game I played at PAX a couple years ago. Digging it so far.
Wow, you really suck at ladders.
Hey, I have to press left bumper in order to climb ladders for some reason.
You know what I'm hearing?
Perfectly reasonable explanation.
Excuses. And you know who excuses are for?
Perfectly reasonable
Losers.
people. Jerk.
Losers is the answer.
Fragile courage. Let's see what that does. Increase vitality by 15, destroyed if killed. The strength we find in dire times could repel us when unlimited. So
that's a good policy, Saucer.
does that mean that it will give me 15 vitality until I die next, after I've used the item, or that the item will be destroyed if I fail to use it before dying? I assume it's the former.
So I guess you bring a 6-pack to a party to kind of negate the beer that you're gonna drink.
It's the former, okay, thank you. Yeah, I can hear that. I mean, I guess the thing with Dark Souls is that it barely ever has music.
He clearly
Except
is
during
not
boss
interested
fights.
in the 6-pack conversation.
I'm trying to focus on the game, sorry. What's the 6-pack conversation?
I was wondering why it was a 6-pack instead of a 4-pack. Because, like, if I drank 6 beers, I would be pretty fucking trashed.
It's to share with other people?
Well, so I was like, oh, what if I only want to drink 4 beers? And then I have to buy another 6-pack. And it's like, you know, hot dogs and hot dog buns.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, excuse me.
Excuse me.
You're not excused. It's completely unacceptable.
Attack enemies to gain energy.
He does get smashed after 2 beers. It's funny. To be fair, he was shotgunning them.
That's why to use your equipped ability. I see. That's a cool system. Like lots of games are competing now to give you a incentive to play aggressively instead of turtily.
Right. Be like, I'm just gonna do a shot for good measure. See, now that's a bad thing. When I get drunk, I'm like, let's drink more! And then bad things happen. I need to, like, you know, control myself.
Cool that I
That's
can
very
gain
difficult
energy.
when you're drunk.
But I have to dodge into the attack, I think, in order to gain energy as an assassin. I have to use my iframes.
Although, Akifal, I hope you're not drinking the whole bottle. Because if you can, that's really impressive. But don't try it. I want you to live.
Level fit once and have twice as much. It's true. But I think the amount of health I get from it is probably linear.
Only a quarter. Quarter is still a lot, man.
Oh, the class-specific thing is just a little bit extra? That's cool. I was worried that would be the main way that you would get it.
So where are you? Are you on Earth?
I have no idea yet. Don't think so.
I mean, there's trees and shit.
That's your first clue that something takes place on Earth?
Well, they're alive! You know, like, if it was hell, I'd expect them to be dead or on fire.
Wait, are you talking about our planet Earth that has, like...
Well, no, just a planet.
Okay.
Like a planet of the living. Not like... Because, right, in Dark Souls, you're in some, like, weird dimension of the dead or whatever.
No, you're on Earth in Dark Souls.
But
There's no dimension
bad
of the
shit
dead.
has happened because the gods fucked up? I don't remember the story.
Love you, injured.
Something about dragons. Were there dragons?
Dark Souls is a pretty traditional fantasy world where there used to just be endless dark,
Uh-huh.
and the dragons ruled. And
See, dragons! Ha! I remember the dragons.
That's right. And then some dudes came along, and they were like, screw dark, let's do fire.
Yep.
And they brought about fire and light and an age of fire. But
Was it like, you know, when Bender's god, and they're like, we want more sun so we can, like, brew or grow more barley for the god on the to brew beer for the god on the go or something like that. Anyway, and he puts on his shield and he reflects the light into them and it burns into fire. Is it like that? When it was the Fire Age?
No, actually the Fire Age is pretty great. The main problem with the Fire Age is that it wasn't forever.
Oh.
That's what bummed everybody out because of entropy. Like, they start approaching the heat death of the universe, and they're like, how can we stop the heat death of the universe? And they're like, I know. Let's send... Oh, shit, that's cool.
Oh, is that a dragon? It looked like a dragon.
That's pretty sweet. Talk about Dark Souls-like events, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with that dragon, man.
Doing that in 2D is pretty fun. I like it.
Run, 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 run! Nice. Nice.
Thanks.
I thought you had to get over there.
I won't find the Statue of Liberty.
He's referencing that monkey movie.
I think reinforcement.
Planet of the Apes.
That's that monkey movie.
I love the
Poison Works.
Is it The Simpsons that has the Planet of the Apes musical?
Yeah, it is.
I like the from chimpan ape to chimpanzee. Yes, you finally made a monkey.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. I really like the AoE
Dr.
indicator.
Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Oh, 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 Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
I wonder if they decided to do indicators for attacks because in 2D it's harder to see that. I don't know, I feel like Dead Cells does a decent job of it. It's hard to say. Ow. Whoa.
So you like collecting their souls for death?
I'm collecting their shards. They're not souls. That would be like Dark Souls. Andrea. Come on.
They're shardles.
Yeah. They're schmoles. Oh, feather upgrade. That's sweet. I think I'm actually going to trade some of my feather for damage. That would be plagiarism.
Is soul really copyrighted?
No, it's not.
Like...
But everyone... Like, they did this... Bloodborne is made by the same people that make Dark Souls. And they called the souls in that game Blood Echoes. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna call them souls. Oh, I lost my Blood Echoes. No, I lost my souls. Thanks.
I mean, I guess...
It was pretty nice.
Since it's Bloodborne, it would make sense to use the word with blood in it. I don't know if I like that very much. I think I would just prefer echoes. It's like the echo of your life, you know? Or life echoes.
This one won't do either.
She seems
Boss
cool.
fight!
What happened to them?
An explanation for another time. Seems we have a straggler. Thanks, Hermione. I trust you won't disappoint. For your sake.
Dun 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 dun
It is not too
dun.
late. Return from whence you came.
Fuck
You're
you!
not the only orphan of war, but perhaps you'll be the last. Know that I do this.
If I'm not the only and you kill me, then that just means I'm not the last.
Is necessary to my mission.
So you will be the last. Perhaps you'll be the last.
Right, so they're not gonna kill him now? Because if he's not the only, there's at least one other one. So if they kill him, then he's not going to be the last only.
Not the only orphan of war throughout history. He could be the final one.
They said
not be prior.
Only. Oh. Dude, whatever. I think there's a logical fallacy there.
Who uses ranged attacks in a Dark Souls game? Jeez. What was I even thinking?
I mean... Well, I was gonna say that's what Oberon used,
cool.
but that didn't work out for him. Spoilers. For the thing that only people who know Oberon know about. Unless you've just started watching and you've gotten to episodes that have Oberon. Spoiler.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
just made it as clear as possible.
I didn't say what show it's from!
You also used the name incorrectly, so that will help. I'm sure the people in
It could be
chat...
from Gossip Girl.
Right, there's definitely a character named Oberon, but that's not the name of the character, so people will have to
This
do
is
the
a
work to
ranged
figure out who
attack.
you mean. Yeah, she's naming the character incorrectly, so it's fine.
Wait, what's his real name?
I'm not gonna tell you now. I'll tell you
Oh.
after. Here, I'll mute.
I was close.
Not that close.
Yes, I was. I got most of the letters.
Thought you were talking about Shakespeare for a second. Like, what is she?
I was saying Oberon instead of Oberon. Like,
I just. Oh, I love you, Andrea.
yeah, I guess. What was the name of the
Ooh,
King
shit.
Fairy in Midsummer Night's Dream? That might have been Oberon. That might be where I'm like
Phoenix Bloom,
confusing.
so I can spend souls to get those back.
I suppose it was too much for me to expect you to read the fine print. You exist in a state
So
of
close to
limbo,
winning.
neither truly dead nor truly alive. Death, as you mortals know it, is merely one facet of its infinite complexities.
Al Simpson.
You are in an unnatural state of flux, and it will take its toll on you.
Ooh, you're gonna get all gross.
That's what he said.
Well, your face is green, unless that's like a face mask.
I didn't heal
Are you
in
a
time.
frog?
Don't think I'm a frog.
What? I sympathize with your plight. Is this another test? Just
It seems like it's
go
good to die in that
home
fight to see that
For
dialogue.
both our sakes.
She don't want you to kill her.
She's mad that I don't die.
Well, you're in a limbo between death and living, so, you know, it would make sense that you can't die.
Well, she didn't know that before. Shit. Oh, I'm super dead.
So, like,
Mistake.
why do you
Well,
think you...
that
Ah,
one looks
you
more
died. And death brings you back to life. Ish. Life.
Now I can attempt it without being poisoned. Having that problem where I did pretty well in my first attempt, and now I'm trying to rush through it.
So what if she's a good guy?
She probably is a good guy. That's Dark Souls for you. I gotta fight her because I'm fighting her.
Remember when Nick wanted to be like all about the sun and fire and killed the chick with the good rack?
What?
Remember in Dark Souls, the great chest ahead?
Oh, yeah.
Nick killed her.
He did kill her, yeah. And then he made Anor Londo dark. How did you know about that?
I don't know, you told me at some point?
Huh. Talking about Polar Brewski, for anyone who's confused.
I think you told me because it was funny, because he was supposed to be all about the
Yeah,
sun.
his, like, he was trying to roleplay as someone who worshipped fire.
There
Which
you
is
go,
actually
fine.
pretty good for the Dark Souls universe. It's pretty lore appropriate. Alright. She can turn on a dime like a Dark Souls 2 boss. Keep that in mind. Oh, it looks like arrows are bound to resting.
Gravity?
That's kinda cool. I like that.
Where'd he go? Ah, there he is.
Shoot. It's a lady, Andrea.
Oh, my bad. I thought this was her minion.
Oh, they were both ladies. Because
Yeah.
this game does not hate women.
At lunch, we were talking about the, and this isn't always true, let me preface it by that, but that sometimes when you're a woman, if you call someone out on their bullshit, you're a bitch. But if you don't call someone out on their bullshit, then you're not, like, a go-getter.
Right.
And people don't notice you. So it's kind of like
Unwinnable.
a lose-lose in some situations.
Alright, we got her this
What?
time.
I just...
I've learned something important about the way that she Dark Souls 2s you in her combo. I think I was extra cautious in my first attempt, so I just saw that immediately.
Just,
but
you
she has
know,
a 3-hit
be conservative. Be conservative.
That was the attack I was trying to avoid. Has a lot of range.
And you're all like, why is someone a ranged attack character? That's why. Dylan.
I'm just saying, like, range attacks are really ineffective in Dark Souls. Well, I guess sorcery is fine, but like, you can't really play any of the games with a bow and arrow.
Oh, apparently you can aim the bow.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Can rise it up slightly.
How many arrows? Oh, you're out of arrows.
That's a really good attack to punish her on. I should just do that. So I'm close to winning. So is that one, probably, if I can dodge into it. I think my energy is consumed over time. Oh, shit. Yep. Do your jumpy thing again. You know you want to.
Your meddling will have dire consequences.
Yeah, I used a skill there. Into talent points.
Hey!
Assassin's Might. Dodging attacks gives you soul energy to use for abilities. But I already had that.
I thought you got to get one of the three.
I had to pick that one first.
Oh.
I thought I already had it by default.
Oh, I see.
I should figure out what my skill actually does. Where can I see it? Description of it. Cape blades. Can I see what the Y button skill does in any screen? I guess I could just try to trigger it. Skills are shown in statues. Oh, the resting locations. There's the last seal for the door. Maybe I can reach, well, maybe. Only opens if you haven't used a phoenix feather. That's interesting. At all? Oh man, if I knew those existed, I would have tried really hard to win that fight without healing. Marksman aura. Oh, there's no fall damage in this game. I feel like fall damage isn't really appropriate in 2D games, in most cases.
Why not?
There's a lot of falling you have to do. I thought auras broke after you equipped them, or is it just that one aura that I found? Or after I died after equipping them? Quick flurry that deals high damage. Cooldown resets when successfully dodging an attack. Triples the damage of your next damage roll. Let's see. Dagger roll is this. Ah, should have been doing that. No. Just...
Hey Donovan, congratulations on your engagement. Which I just checked with him to see if that actually happened. Because if it didn't, that would be really awkward.
He was gonna trouble to mute, and then you said exactly what you'd asked me.
Slash, now I'm sitting here secretly freaking out that it's no longer a thing, and that I totally just fucked up. I remember there was someone, and I knew they were engaged, and I knew they were getting married soonish, and so then when I saw them like a couple months later, I asked how the wedding was, and they were like, yeah, that didn't happen, and I was like, shit, I'm sorry.
It's one of those things
I
where...
should have looked at his left hand.
I think it's like asking a woman if she's pregnant. It's just not worth asking.
I'm sorry.
The potential bad things that could happen are much worse than the good, right? Oh, I have to kill this guy to get past here. Well, the whole point of getting through here is to get through here without using potions, which now I can't. Whoops. Oh, that's cool. Different attack that time. Well, whoops. So much for that plan. I wanted to see if I could get to the chest without using plumes. I assume that's in a life and not in the entire game. Can't jump. I can jump over them, but I can't dodge through them. That's good enough. Should go try to get my thing back, though, if I can. It sounds like the assassin gives you a lot of skills around using daggers, so I should probably stick to daggers, yeah? Oh, there goes a plume. It's about to be going anyway.
Oh, you're almost dead.
Yeah, I see that. Strength +1, int +1, +1. Whoa! What killed me there? Did I
Dragon?
move slightly into the fire? Skills aren't bound by class. Well, there goes my Phoenix Plumes. I wonder if they're both on the ground and I can get them
You
back.
should get more HP because you're dying a lot.
First one is... I'm gonna figure out how this works, if I can get my other missing plume back or not. Presumably the other one that I died is gone forever. Okay, I died here last time and I don't know why, because I was under a safe thing. Oh, I can't get them both back. Slime doesn't fall
How
from
did
the
a
ceiling.
slime
and
kill
hit me.
you?
It fell from the ceiling and hit me and I was out of health.
A list. You think I use such mundane organizational methods?
Yes.
Your request is well above your service. Is this about your mother? The one from your death? I have not ferried a soul by the name of Everly Galbraith.
It's brief where it exists, but I feel like there's a lot of dialogue in this game for a game that's trying to be Dark Souls. It's not like a deal breaker or anything. It's, if you want it to be different, it should be different. Alright, I need to understand how kicking works in this game. Okay, just gotta be more patient, I guess. Not necessarily a bad thing. But I can pick those up instantly, that's convenient. Pretty much have to use range attacks on slimes, huh? No.
Hey! The shards even look like ghosts. You
Could've
notice
gotten
that?
item over there. They do. I could see that. Little spooky schmoles that pop out. Put 1 point in vitality. As you suggested. Walk right into that guy. Now we're gonna find out how this system works.
Ooh, chest.
It is for the rest, okay.
Ooh, Phoenix.
That's cool. Quicken Plume, Healing Feather. Okay. So it's permanently consumable when I do that, I understand. I feel like in this game I might want to try a slow weapon, but I probably picked the wrong class for that.
Welcome, friend. Come, take a look at Fink's wares. You're sure to be pleased.
Different kind of Estus flasks? Useless. Pebbles. Warp shield. Poison builds up when the shield is out. Cultum. You lose 10 health per sec when below 75% health. Malicious Vision conceals the wearer's face, but within the confines of the helmet, horns starting to draw blood with every false move. Suffer for ill knots, so the world might be free.
That's probably not for you.
666 damage.
Yeah, basement.
Whoa, why is he attacking me?
Because you didn't buy anything.
Because I broke his thing?
No, you didn't buy shit. Wait, what'd you break?
There was a thing behind him, and now he's all pissed and he's aggroing me.
Why'd you break the thing?
I've
It's a
been
dick
conditioned to
move.
break everything I run into. It's a different kind of Estus flask, so I can equip it instead of my current ones, or... All horse, that's cool. I see. Looks like it's just better. I assumed at first that it would be like, oh, this one heals faster, but it heals for less. But it looks like it's actually, Eat Crust of Gaia. Cool. Looks like it's actually just a flat upgrade. Is that right, or am I reading it wrong? Pro plumes are like consumable souls. Oh, never mind. Rolling costs 20% more stamina, but arrows do 20% more damage. Destroyed if killed. Okay, so I don't want either of those right now. Gaian Blood. Increases endurance regeneration by 100%. $110 to level up. Do you see this? That I can trade healing feathers for a flat damage boost, so I can make a risk reward decision.
Defense is a good offense.
Forgotten Gaian. 5% damage against this boss, so that's cool. If you get lore about the boss, you get a bonus against them. Missing Phoenix feathers, use the reclaim option at the idol. But it looks like you can always get them back, so... This isn't gonna go well.
Oh, your horse died. That's
The
unfortunate.
horse just isn't with me, it's somebody else's horse.
We're owl exterminator.
I love you, Andrea.
What? You're an owl exterminator.
Apparently, yeah.
Whoa. Oh, he's got a mouth for a chest. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It's a cool looking enemy. Your timing on that was perfect, Andrea. That attack sucks. Phase 2. Look how they just print that on the screen. Ah, looks like that's a phase 2. I can attack behind me with that, that's cool. Barely got that heal off in time.
Does he have a health bar?
Bottom of the screen.
Ah, I see.
Hey, first try.
Ah, your horse is alive.
What? That's someone else's horse.
Mm.
Love you, Andrea.
I mean, it looks
Your
like the
horse
same
died.
horse.
My talent points. Generate stamina faster while blocking. Gain a 20% damage boost for 10 seconds after regaining a lost phoenix feather. That's horrible. That's a horrible buff. Using a phoenix feather also gains you soul energy. You don't lose soul energy while standing still. Using feathers over 90% health removes minor status helmets. Round of arrows you can continue shooting. Consume 5 soul energy per arrow. I hate trees like this. There's not a lot in common between each upgrade. Blocking attacks below 50% health heals you for 25% of the damage blocked. Killing enemies lowers the time of any abilities currently on cooldown by 1 second. Combo finishers of weapon 1 increase the damage of weapon 2. That's kind of cute. Energy weapons require no soul energy to use for 6 seconds after using an ability. Combo finishers cause your next air attack to deal 4 times more damage. Roll attacks increase soul energy gain from attacks by 3 for 12 seconds. I was dodging in midair. Takahashi's Bane. Is that a reference to something?
Maybe it's one of the developers. Or like one of the artists that was like, I'm gonna get my name in the game. Just, you know. It's kind of like on people's theses, sometimes they'll put some random Easter egg in there, like, oh, I see, you actually read it.
Right. Gotta be a soft cap to that eventually.
So when I was writing my thesis, I gave my advisor chapter by chapter as I wrote it for comments. And apparently there are advisors out there that don't want that. They just want the whole 100+ page document to read all at once. And I think that's crazy.
Yeah, like Sailor Dan's.
Yeah.
It's cool that you can rematch bosses. I like that. That was the thing I broke that pissed the guy off earlier. Maybe I accidentally attacked him from behind or something. It's a lot of bodies. Can't do anything in there yet, though. Why would you turn in an entire thesis all at once? Frostbite. Okay.
It also helped me write it because I was like, all right, every week I need to have a new chapter.
Does not open from this side. I like how they didn't say does not open from this side, but basically said the same thing. Writing it one chapter at a time just makes sense. I like how they give you full energy when you learn a new ability, so you can try it right away. Smart. Is the talent tree different for every class? I assume it is, because there were other talents that mentioned energy dodging. Contraption does not move, right?
The fuck is that?
It's another death statue. Just
That's
fancy.
death?
Yep.
Just in a different
I thought it
form.
might take another sunrise for you to arrive. Up here, in your world, the crows are my eyes. Past the city
Dark wings,
of
dark
Algrim
words.
lies Kaer Shorai. Within its walls rests Cyrodiil's source of immortality. You must toll the 2 bells of ascension.
Ring the 2 bells.
Find the soul vessel that will let you
Man.
commune with the dead.
So they got the dragon that attacks repeatedly and kills all the enemies in the area. They got ringing 2 bells.
No, just smash the source with a rock. Or your head, either will do.
So they're making a Dark Souls joke.
Ah!
That's funny. I like it. Yeah, the more I think about it, I feel like I wish that they had a voice actor for the main character now. If they're gonna, you know, go ahead and make him not a silent protagonist.
Well, maybe it's a
You
her.
strayed far from your herd, little sheep. Any solace
Best.
you might have found here has long since fled. Just
Maybe
as
the protagonist
heavens
is a her.
scorn that pious night to her mutterings. If you believe in that sort
I don't
of
think.
thing.
I don't think so. I'd be
Why?
fine
Did you
with
see
that.
a dick?
Emissary who filled your door.
I think someone referred to him as a
Not
him
that it
earlier.
makes any difference here.
I guess I can't tell. Clearly a specific character. Oh, learn ability. Blink. Throw a dagger horizontally and teleport to the first enemy hit. If any dagger ability is on cooldown, also applies bleed over 16 seconds. It's cool. I like all the... Something that's cool about this that's different from Dark Souls is all of the synergy between skills.
Dude, I thought that guy was gonna come after you for breaking his pot.
Like the last guy.
Yeah.
Didn't learn my lesson. The Crest of Gaia. Yeah, they've already mentioned his background. Oh, different NPCs teach you abilities. That's really cool. Radiate light, illuminating everything around you for 20 seconds. Oh, and there's like flavor skills in this game too. Attacking with a tome weapon causes all floating elemental orbs to combine. Jump in the air and land with a powerful strike. This is really cool. This is probably my favorite part of the game so far. This and like the trading Estus flasks for damage. Causes enemy to bleed. First great sword, long sword. Okay.
Oh, you stirred the birds something fierce. You might just be the catalyst we need around here. Those gathered have grown complacent, but what's there to do when staring down death? Best we
Yeah, it's
stick
very
together
pretty
in these
too.
trying times. Name's Jacko of Basilis. Peruse my poultry wares, if I may be of use to you.
Sure. Dragonberry, Crow Plume, Cinderbow, Leaf Blades. This is where you buy all the starting gear, and he sells the Crest of Gaia too. Costs 1100, so I'll have to save up for that to progress. Okay. Drop the ladder, one-way shortcut. Exploding crystals. If you like Dark Souls 3, you should check it out, Kami. Pretty close. Dude, just... Oh my god, that guy hit like a truck. Jiminy Christmas. 2 days ago. Must have been him before he got all green-faced. Right. This is even more on the nose than Salt and Sanctuary, I think. Holy shit, that's pretty gnarly. There's the main character. Before he got turned into a hollow. The enemy design is really cool. Okay, I don't have health in here. Yeah. I'm playing as a thief. Sad to see so many die for nothing. Helpless poor horses.
It's time for me to go. I'm afraid so. What do I always tell you? That's right. Of course it is, Soren. Don't worry, my boy. I'll be back
There.
before you know it.
Definitely a boy.
Don't burn down the house while I'm gone.
Needs more salt.
So he died in that fight.
Is a question of belief.
He's in like heaven, sort of,
Is death
or in memory.
a manifestation of your great history, correct?
So not heaven,
People
then.
tend to relive these moments in their waning throes. And yet, here we are.
Man, yeah, the art in these like really dark sequences is really cool. Like the design of the enemies.
Cremation. One of your silly mortal customs.
He is Matt Mercer.
One rarely has any say in the matter. Not in the mortal realm, no. But as long as you're here,
The actions won't be forgotten. Yeah.
Back in the present. Wait, were we in the future?
We were in the past. Showing what happened when the main character originally
Hey,
died.
Kami.
You basically missed all the story about him.
Dude, Kami sounds like Cameron. Can we talk about how much Cameron loves me more than Dylan?
You and Kami are both really good at pivoting the subject. Yeah, let's talk about Cameron, sure. We did see
I did like Disenchantment. I liked that the Bean wasn't like a overtly beautiful girl. I don't know if that's mean or not.
She's got buck teeth.
Yeah, I don't know. She just kind of seemed like an average girl. Then I was like, yeah, I can relate to her.
But Andrea, you
Yeah, I thought
are
she was
overtly
great.
beautiful.
I really liked
ignoring
the
me.
cat. What'd you say?
I said, but Andrea, you are overtly beautiful. How could you-
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Just ignoring me was better.
I liked all the elf names. It's like, no one ever returns, not even Returno.
So saith Spico. So, I have just learned that that area is the Skeleton's Catacombs area from Dark Souls 1. I'm not supposed to be over there. I'm gonna try to get my feather back, and I'll leave. It's kind of interesting that they have you lose feathers in this instead of souls.
Shaco. I forgot Shaco. Was he a dirty Shaco? Or was he like a
Falling
lightning
chandelier?
Shaco?
I thought it was an attack this thing was doing. Oh, it freezes him, that's cool. I thought he jumped up in the air and did an attack, but that trap is what killed me both times.
And by dirty, I mean the shocker. And if you know what that is, it's your parents' fault.
I think everyone in chat knows what the shocker is.
Oh. I'm shocked.
Yeah, don't you remember Shaco? He had a t-shirt that said Shaco.
No.
He was like, it was
Oh,
the
that's
best
funny.
joke in that episode.
I'm sorry I missed that. Sometimes I just listen, so if it's a visual joke, I miss it.
There's a lot of
But I
those
thought
in
like
chat.
maybe he was someone that was banging the chick that bangs everyone. Although that would probably be a little too graphic for that show.
5% damage against the Phoenix.
Oh really? What was it, sir? Do you remember?
Put stronger healing feathers when you find them. 240 health. Yeah, that's better. Huh, I wonder why they chose to do that. I'm down with it. Yeah, his name is Sorcerio.
Oh, that's great.
Current death 0.
I'll burn your soul to ash.
How about you don't pour my soul to ash?
Or you could just stand still and not attack me
That would be great.
and die.
Do you think the fights in this game are pretty high quality? Like, they've got cool attack patterns that you can definitely learn.
And they're hard.
Yeah.
She's got range. Ready to die?
Shit.
Oh man, you're close to death.
Oh yeah, I'm super dead.
You should probably use a thing.
I'm already out of him.
Oh, well, you're fucked. How about Dash just like, ah! God, I have to resurrect you again?
Oh, that's interesting.
Again?
Wait, did it just give me shards as a reward for getting as far as I did?
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like when, you know, Fry writes this opera and the robot devil's like, you can't just state how you feel. That makes me feel angry. I don't know. I like that line. I think it's funny.
It's a funny line.
Do you think there's going to be food for purchase at this thing?
Probably. It's my experience.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try this boss one more time. Probably how much time we got left. We'll see. Suddenly I wish I had a double jump.
I mean, you died pretty quickly last time. Acknowledge my insult!
I snickered. You didn't hear me snicker?
No. Yeah, I'm excited for season 2 as well.
Son of a bitch.
I think they left a lot of, like, open-endedness. So you're like, who are those people that sent the demon? I have theories. Or what's up with her mom?
This isn't a save point, is it? Okay. This is a salty run back.
You're unworthy to
Yeah.
stand beside true immortals.
If they're immortal, how do you kill them?
Burn your soul to
So much for ice working well on her.
You should probably get out of that circle of fire.
Thank you. Oh, and it shows me how far I got last attempt. That's cool.
You should probably get away. Well, you got the phase 2.
I like that. Oh, it gives me shards based on my progress relative to my last progress. Huh. Is that something you can turn off by any chance? So it's kind of like a... Well, I don't know. If I do really badly, it gives me more shards. But I guess I could just go in there and try to farm that, right? By just dying immediately.
Oh, that's not a good start.
No, it's not. Why wouldn't that work? It's a pool of XP that gets exhausted. I see.
Look who's come crawling back to us.
Second attack was really long range. Yeah, that the Dark Souls 2 thing,
Unworthy.
I don't know if I like it. Maybe I have to get used to it, but yeah, I didn't get XP that time. Gotcha. Oh, this is new. After dying.
Having trouble, I see. Well, you know what they say. Insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
That's what Einstein said.
Did he really say
I'd
that?
say you
I don't know, it's
qualify.
attributed to him.
I don't know if I like the Dark Souls 2 thing where if you dodge through them, they spin around and attack you. feel like that makes the dodging strategy kind of bad. At least for the fights I've done so far. But I really like this game. Thank you for sharing it, sir. I'm excited to play more of it. It's definitely a lot more polished than what I saw at PAX. And that's it for time today. Thanks everyone for